No trades taken today, none at all. Didn't like the AM session, I didn't take a trade. Simple as that. Gonna do a quick recap. And yeah, so let's get into it. Yesterday, I did my review on a Friday move. We're on the hourly time frame here. So yesterday I did say, I'd be looking for CPI highs to get taken and this order block up here to be a target. As you can see in the PM session, we have now tapped that order block and taken CPI highs. And yeah, the reason I didn't take a trade today was because I don't trade the PM session, trade the AM session, and as you can see, that I'm not trading that, mate. Do you know what I mean? No setup there. That's just garbage. That is straight accumulation. But what we did get is a lovely breaker structure right about here. In which case, as you can see, what am I doing here? Sort this out. Pop that on there. Yep, lovely stuff. And what do we have right at the breaker structure that's formed? We have a fair value gap which has been tapped and price has pushed up. So, if you were to take a trade here, you would go long here and target that flipping order block, mate. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to put this setup in here, top of the fair value gap. Don't know where you put a stop, to be honest, because I wouldn't really take this trade, I guess, under this low here, just because it's already filled in. And if we go to the hourly, where is that order block across here? We're going to go to the bottom of the candle, I'm going to say. So I'm targeting literally the very bottom of this order block here. I'll draw it across just so we're all on the same flipping page. Rightio. That is splendid, if you ask me. We're going to switch that into an order block template. And yeah, so really looking at it on the hourly, you can see got this initial move, and this candle here was also a breaker structure here, and we got this one here. So it was actually this one where this long candle pushed up and then simply, accumulate. London session went up, PM session pulled back, and AM session pulled back, and PM session delivered. So you want to look at the daily chart, the daily candle. Think of this as your wick here. We come down and big expansion upwards. Lovely. So that if you did take that trade, you would have 2.23 risk to reward, and that would be how much would you actually have nailed in your limit order if you put, I don't know, let's say 0.67% of your account, 26 quid for 58 quid profit. Not too shabby. So, nothing wrong with not taking a trade if your setup doesn't form during your trading hours. We can see here, this long setup has still formed, and time is all the time frames are fractal, meaning price moves the same way on all time frames. It just takes longer to do so on certain things. Price repeats itself. So we're looking at this still as this is our weekly target, which is right above equilibrium. So to be honest, I've sort of had a change of heart on what I think the markets are going to do. So I think with FOMC on Wednesday, I think we are really going to come up into this, or if we have come up into this weekly imbalance, beforehand, FOMC is going to rip downwards and really fuck the market bearish. So yeah, that's just something to think about. We've obviously got this little imbalance here, which will probably be targeted. We'll probably wick up into this, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like up to here. FOMC sends it up, fills this in here, and then just shits the bed. So, you know, I'm feeling quite cautious this week. I reviewed my video from yesterday of my weekly review, and, you know, just thinking of the different possibilities and outcomes that could arise. So yeah, no trades taken today, just a quick review. And to be honest, if we're actually looking at this on a 15-minute, it's still pretty clear, to be fair. Like, you look at this as like your fair value gap. You know, we've tapped this, come back down, filled this imbalance. We've also come back and tap this, and now we're just accumulating towards the end of the day in the New York time. Obviously we'll have the Asia session, but you know, markets don't move too much during the Asia session because obviously it's an American index, mate, so not as much volatility. But yeah, just my review on the market and what it's actually done today. So we're looking at a weekly chart. You know, either we rip this and just keep going, or, you know, we come up here and just shit the bed. So, lovely. Or perhaps if we do clear this pretty nicely, this candle here, you know, we could see push up, and then that same setup that we've just seen form on the 15-minute may form on the daily time frame, and then we continue going up to then target this bad boy up here. So lots of possibilities this week, or even in the coming weeks. Yeah, just keep it simple, mate. Once you know what you're looking at, look for it. It's simple. That's the bullish setup. The bearish setup's more of a turtle soup. If you don't know what that is, go and watch your ICT Mentorship 2022 and learn it, because that will change your perspective on how you view the markets. I know a lot of people trade liquidity and fair value gaps and whatnot, and a lot of people have their own way of doing it. Some people use trend lines, some people use RSI indicators, but this is what I found works for me. It just makes sense, and it's helpful knowing how the market moves and just understanding it in that perspective. So yeah, I'm not going to waffle on for any longer. No trades today. It's a nice start to the week. The fact that we have actually gone up on the Monday does kind of signify, or does kind of signal that this could possibly be a bearish week overall. I know I said I was bullish in my weekly review for last week. But yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to make predictions. You want to adapt to what price is actually showing you. What is the market telling you, you know? And right now it's telling me that we are probably going to come up here, sweep equilibrium, and see a move down. Whether it goes all the way down or just fills an imbalance that could potentially form in the next couple of days, we don't know. We have to wait and see. Be patient with your setups. Stay disciplined with it. You know, if you're placing trades off what you think is going to happen rather than what's a higher probability of what's going to happen, you know, you're more likely to take more losses, mate. So yeah, that's how I look at NASDAQ. It's kind of looking pretty similar, I guess. Bit more wiki. But let's have a look. Reset chart view. Yeah, as you can see, absolutely fuck all there. Don't like that. You know, what we got? This candle here, break a structure, got a fair value gap. You know, this one, not looking at this one just because price has already been there, wicked it. Here you've got this plus, I would say maybe an order block on the 5 minute. Not as clean, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not really liking that action as much. I suppose the entry on the S&P would have been around here. So that is that candle there. So I guess, yeah, it kind of pulls back on the 15-minute. But we look at the hourly. Where's that gone to? Where's that wick gone to? Oh, that's your order block there, mate. That's where price is dragged to. So now we tap that order block, you've seen an instant reaction down on the hourly. And as you can see, it's pretty aggressive move down. So yeah, it is what it is. Once again, we will stay on the lookout for further setups, and I think that should be sound. We'll just do a quick recap on the news just so we know what's going on for tomorrow. As you can see, we had core retail sales today, which caused a lot of chop. Tomorrow, Canadian CPI, I'd imagine maybe a bit of movement there. Probably will see a bit of movement, but maybe not as much because it's Canadian. But yeah, like I said in my weekly review, Wednesday and Thursday are going to be the big drivers this week for sure. And yeah, exposing me desktop. Right, yeah, going to leave it with that, and yeah, have a good rest of the week.